So I'm going to be covering Montreal and Edmonton in this video because both teams actually have quite a bit going on around them and news, information, and rumors. Honestly, I want to talk about the Habs first because we know that they are going to be making a move very, very, very soon, and it's just a matter of time. Now, we don't necessarily know if they're going to be making that move right. We know they're going to move Carey Price for sure, but we're going to get into some more really interesting trade rumors around the Montreal Canadiens. Edmonton, I will be talking about Edmonton, but it's going to be about halfway through the video. I'll put up an Edmonton logo just to make it easier for you guys to find that content. But guys, welcome back to Pixel Plus Hockey. If you could make sure to hit that subscribe button, it would be so greatly appreciated. And thank you so much to those that are already supporting me as well. It is, as always, very, very humbling. So again, I've actually gone a little bit against the grain for content creators and insiders that talk about the Montreal Canadiens. A lot of people think that they are probably going to make this move in season, which is certainly possible. But there's some new quotes today that that might not actually be true, because we have some new quotes from Marco D'Amico. He actually tweeted out something that Gorton said, I think like last month or something, but I found it to be a very, very interesting quote, and we're going to add on top of that with a new quote. I have mentioned before that we don't look at it as opening day as the end of when you can change your roster, said Gorton. There are a lot of teams around the league that add players after that and all the way up to the deadline. So we're comfortable with where we're at and the moves we have made, close quote. I that's fine. Obviously, I agree with Gorton here on a lot. I don't agree with him that he sounds like he's comfortable with the moves they've made. I don't know if he's just saying that because he's in management, so you know what I mean? Like, they probably just want to say that. I'm not comfortable with where the Habs are. I like their hockey club, but I think they need to do more. They need to obsessively look to fill that center position. I think once they do, they are an absolute shoo-in for, I think they're going to make the playoffs anyway, but I think they might be able to do some damage in the playoffs. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, for the longest time, I always felt that the Montreal Canadiens were consistently trying to get a forward. I didn't have any information on that, but now we have some new information and a new tweet from Marco D'Amico today, and it goes like this. This isn't to say that the Canadiens will not look at and trade for a top six forward before camp. They're trying. That being said, they don't see the start of the season as the deadline to improve the roster. See Alex Carey trade last December, close quote. Okay, excellent. So we know that they are still trying right now. And the good thing about the Montreal Canadiens is they will always keep on trying. It doesn't matter if they're in the season, about to show up for training camp. It doesn't matter. It's interesting, though, because a lot of teams, when they go to training camp, they kind of sit still a little bit because they don't want to ruffle any feathers around their team. I don't like that at all. The Canadiens have an opportunity here to make a change. And again, we've talked about how so many insiders believe that they have more than enough assets to actually make a trade and get the, cough, cough, Anaheim Ducks to think twice. Frank Cervelli's talked about that. Elliot Friedman's talked about that. I'm sorry, man. The Montreal Canadiens need to get right on this immediately. Listen, at the end of the day, Marco D'Amico saying that, quote, they're trying, that I just put crosshairs in that quote because that means that they are currently still trying and clearly trying hard. I don't know how much assets they're willing to actually give up, though. I would really be willing to give up quite a bit for McTavish and really make the Ducks think quite a bit, in my opinion, but we shall see. We're going to be weighing in on the actual Oilers right now, so we're going to switch to the Oilers. McDavid. We have to talk about this McDavid stuff. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like there's a lot of doom and gloom around the McDavid stuff. I don't really know why, but there are some quotes coming out from Ryan Rishaug that it's making me almost pause a little bit too. I've generally been very positive about this. I think McDavid wants to stay. I think the Oilers have been a very good team. I don't really think it's logical for him to leave. Unless he wants to go to Vegas or Florida or something like that. I don't know. He did talk about that he did want to win in Edmonton, which is excellent to hear. But we have a very interesting quote from Ryan Rishaug here. Lots out there on McDavid right now. I'll weigh in as well. I believe not signing a deal before the start of the season is a real possibility. more real perhaps than thought by many at the end of the season. That's why we're hearing a lot about the option right now. That said, I also believe that decision has not been made yet. He and his agent, Judd Moldaver, continue to weigh options. It's still possible he does get something done. Nothing is decided yet. End quote. So yeah, I don't know about this. It sounds a little bit doom and gloom to me. I don't know what his agent is trying to figure out right now. If he's trying to talk with his agent, and like essentially agents and players will talk a lot and they'll say, okay, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? It like again, either he signs a contract or he doesn't. What maybe is being discussed right here is that he's talking with his agent about what kind of contract he wants. That's what I take from this. So he's probably talking with Moldaver and just saying, do you want do I want a 4-year deal, a 2-year deal, a 5-year deal? What exactly does it look like, and how his agent should approach the Edmonton Oilers? I don't know, I'll make this question of the video. What do you guys actually take from this? Do you guys actually take that this means that he's not going to re-sign? I don't take it like this. I think that it's pretty normal for a player to communicate with his agent and try to figure this out. I have predicted that I don't think it's going to be an 8-year deal. Now, when it comes to the Edmonton Oilers, I've been consistent with this, that they should look for an 8-year deal for McDavid, but I think it's going to be something like maybe 3 years. Obviously, he hasn't won there yet, and McDavid really, really, really wants to win. Not that he's an old player yet, but the years go quickly, and he needs to ensure that he wins a cup. You gotta win a cup as a generational talent like that. Listen, at the end of the day, we're never going to know what's going on in McDavid's head. We just don't know everything of what this guy's thinking and what he's thinking with his agent. I just keep on going back to this, that they have gone to back-to-back cup finals. I understand he might be very disappointed. I would be very disappointed too. But where else would he be better to win? I mean, maybe he's just disappointed that they didn't get a goalie. I genuinely believe if they had an elite superstar goalie, they probably would have won. But I just can't see him leaving Edmonton. I think this all boils down to, like, hey, maybe he's just considering a very, very short contract. Maybe he wants to keep the Oilers on their toes or something like that. That could be possible. But listen, guys, I am going to leave this video here. If you could make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it, guys. And make sure to have a great day. Goodbye, guys.